Hey YouTube. Well, forgive me if you hear banging and hammering. People are right outside my window. But I wanted to come on here and talk a little bit about this. We're still on the restrooms. Let me give you an update about what's going on in California. Okay? Because apparently people are still concerned about transgender women using women's restrooms. Now, let me just give you an update. All right, so most public buildings in I live in the Bay Area, so I guess that means all over the state of California. This is a state issue. Have most of the buildings are already converted to all gender restrooms. Now, like in my gym, there used to be male and female restroom a year ago, right? They recently remodeled the gym as the YMCA, public place. They chose to take two restrooms, male and female, and turn it into four all gender restrooms. In other words, all the restrooms are for one person. Now I realize you can't do that in a place where there are a lot of people could be using the restroom. But they have opted to do, and that works just fine. I gotta close my window. Hold on. It's hard to concentrate when you got these big burly men outside your window. Okay. All right, so that's what they do at my gym, right? You go in the restroom. Some of them have a urinal and a toilet. The other two have just toilets. But you're in the restroom by yourself. There's no sharing, right? That's how they handle it. If I get on the train is BART. Even in the BART stations, they're all gender restrooms, right? And they have the same kind of scenario. They're one-person restrooms. So that is easy to do. So I want to revisit this issue about these ones where you have to share, where they don't have the space or feel they have the space. Because when you go in a restroom, men use urinals. That would be the only issue because men stand up side by side to use the restroom, right? It's always been that way. Women's, as far as I know, have stalls with locks on them. Women have stalls with locks on them, right? So it really shouldn't make a difference who's in the restroom. The question is who's in the stall because you have a private stall. If you feel insecure, then obviously they get better locks for their stalls. It'd be cheaper than making, 100 single-person restrooms. Anyway, trying to figure out what exactly these people are afraid of again. I heard, my friend, my internet friend, Larry Reed was talking about it. He said his concern was, or his old concern was that perverts would put on women's clothes just to come in the bathroom. Come in the bathroom for what? I mean, why? What are you going to see in a locked stall in a woman's bathroom? You going to see her shoes that must make you excited or something? It doesn't make sense to me because if anything, they're going to be in the window applying their makeup or washing their hands. But as far as them taking their stuff down, they're locked stalls, right? It should make a difference. Many bathrooms are all gender bathrooms where you both go in the bathroom at the same time. Male and female, heterosexual males or females or gay or whoever you are, you all use the same restrooms. Key thing being that the stalls are stalls. This is where our old church was. We recently moved to a big church in Oakland, and we just happened to have these great big old huge restrooms. So that there they have them. It works fine to have male and female, only because of the convenience of them already being there. But in our old church, it had always been for years one restroom. Guys go behind a little partition where the urinals were. Women went into their stalls. Only time maybe you even see each other is in the mirror washing your hands. It wasn't a big deal, but it was just something you accepted because that's just the way it was. It wasn't something we thought about a lot. Anyway, Reed saying that his fear or his old fear was that perverts would come in there into their bathroom to do. I'm trying to figure out what they would do. You gonna come to a restroom to rape somebody? You don't need a restroom to do that. Why would you rape somebody in a restroom when anybody can walk in and out? And why would what a heterosexual, you know how y'all are, man, put on all this drag just at the off chance that they're gonna see a woman's ankles, or she might, I don't know. I don't know what you would see. What is the big deal about it being in a restroom is what I don't get. If they want to be a pervert, they want to look under people's dresses and so forth, I guess they would stand up under the staircase where they can look up. If that's a thrill for somebody. But them being in the same room because they use the restroom there, what difference does it make what they do there? I mean, it could be a secretarial pool. What about going to secretarial pool? Are the men supposed to be separated because they be in the same room with a woman? Your job, you're in the same rooms. Of course, this thing is being addressed and things are changing. So I'm not complaining. Stop. And something else slipped out of that brother's mouth was that apparently this is going on in Atlanta too. So California is not the only state that are changing these laws, which are basically making it impossible for a transgender person to use the bathroom in a public place. They might as well just stay home. Everybody's got to use the bathroom, right? So they seem to be, they're definitely addressing it in California. I don't even know that there are any public buildings or government buildings where they have separate restrooms like that. I think most of them, if it's not high traffic, they just have single toilet restrooms. You're in there by yourself. Anyway, so I thought that was interesting. This is the new story is this person's name is I think his name is Cinrello or Centello. Anyway, this kid, high school student, was in the restroom. She was a transgender person. Not clockable. You would think that was a woman if you saw her casually, unless you're looking for features. You would assume that this was a woman, right? She's in a restroom and she is using the woman's restroom. This is how she did it. She had a much harder time in a male restroom. See, the whole thing is they're trying to force people into being what they want them to be. I'm going to force you to be a male by restricting what restroom you can use. Doesn't make sense. Person is in a locked stall. The teacher, I guess some student went and got the teacher. Teacher takes the broom handles and goes into the bathroom over the wall to unlock the bathroom stall because this person is in a locked stall. Like what's he going to do in the locked stall? Anyway, they call security. We don't see the end result of what happened there. But, of course, a child should be able to use the toilet in a woman's restroom. I mean, the only thing, I'm not going to keep saying the same thing over and over again. We've had this argument and over and over and over and over again, right? I'll tell you, they're doing this in California. Many restrooms are all gender. It's not that big a deal. Granted, Bay Area especially, we are very progressive. Say it's ahead, above, or progressive, forward moving. But it's working fine in California. There ain't no wild stories about some dude who took time to put on dress and makeup and all this kind of stuff so he can go in there on the off chance that he might see a woman's elbows or whatever he would see through his stall. Whatever. Men, fellas, men are the ones you need to watch with each other, because men are the ones that are standing there wanging the thing in front of the urinals, side by side with no walls. Anyway, I'm doing the story, but I wanted to kind of speak on it a little bit. As California goes, so goes the country. So hopefully we're moving toward this. And there are not that many trans people in the world. I mean, it's not like it's something you got to constantly deal with. Oh, I gotta go on. Oh, I gotta cover my breast. Cause how would you see your breast in your restroom anyway? Wouldn't any of your body parts be exposed in your stall? And if someone was going to do something to you, why would they need to do it in a public restroom? You can do it anywhere. Anyway, it's working fine in California. when I go to, I haven't been to any places where they have where they're both in there. But like I said, I'm already used to it because we always had that in our church here. For I went there for at least 10 years. Never a problem. Nobody's interested in what you're doing in your stall. You could be male or female in the stall. Men have certain things they have to do in a stall. Other things they can do standing up. Who gives a shit? They got locks on it. If you feel that insecure about it, now I'll tell you, at the place where I do my little therapy thing, I have a group that I facilitate. In that building, they've turned all the restrooms into all gender, right? But they've taken the extra precaution. Is they strip the all the cracks in the doors where usually you just be door be metal on metal. Now they have strips so you can't see through the cracks. One stall still has a urinal in it, and they put a wall around it and a door. So even if you're just using a urinal, you would use it by yourself in the stall, kind of thing. And the other people, no, and the rest of them, they just put rubber strips in between all the cracks in the door. You can't see anything. So they're all able to use whatever restroom they want to use. If you encounter anybody, you encounter them washing their hands. And I don't know what the big crime there would be. Okay, so progress report. I'm glad to hear that these things are in other states. I didn't realize. I thought it was just California. But I know most things, they start one place and they spread. So let's hope these people will stop being harassed. People still have to use the toilet. Because you have such a disdain for people, such disrespect for them, you don't give a damn if they use the toilet or not. Think about it for a minute. Think about it. You look like a woman and you're going into the male restroom because you have women's clothing on. How much harder is that going to be on the person? Will they even be able to use the restroom because of the distress? You're not going to change nobody's identity or sexual identity, how they identify, or their plight in life, how they're going to live. You're not going to be able to change that by restricting what bathroom they can go to. It's going to have no effect at all. They've always been here, still here, will continue to be here, no matter what you do to the restrooms. But you should be treating people as equals. That's it. All right, you guys. Talk to you later.